Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. Still with this. It's just not good. If I did a close up on this, it's just, it's torture. It's awful. But like I said yesterday, Obi-Wan, I got to do it. Star Wars. Let's get started with today's list. 5 properties. First one is 1421 Costigan number 429. And we're talking about Millside yesterday, and so you could look at a unit at 1,200 square feet with condo fees of $700. And so if you do the math on that, it's about 60 cents a square foot. For a building like this, you're already at 40 cents a square foot, and it's in its first few years. And you don't include utilities, you don't include cable TV, you don't include a pool. This building doesn't have a lot of amenities besides a very basic gym. So again, it's about value, is looking and saying 40 cents a square foot. It's probably going to go up as time goes on versus a building that's like 20 years old and has all that history and has much more for the condo fees. And if you peeled it out, a 20-year-old building probably has the same fees as something like this. Why does it happen? I was talking about this last night with a client. Because when builders sell these places, oftentimes what they do is they'll have a very low price per square foot on the fees in order to sell them as new construction. But the problem is it's unsustainable, and so the building oftentimes has to reassess and actually raise the fees up because there's no money in the reserve fund. So as a collective pool is what you do as a condo board or even a condo population within a building, is you're all contributing to something called a reserve fund. So part of your fees are going towards future maintenance for the building. And the other problem is condo boards are usually normal citizens, and they're not experts in engineering, accounting, and a lot of the fields that would be required to properly manage really a business. These buildings are businesses, more or less. So inside, it's got hardwood floors. It looks like it's more than 1,200 square feet, but this layout reminds me of a layout that's about 1,100 and so square feet. So what some condos do is they'll include the square footage of the balcony, which is incorrect because it's not valued at the same level. Just be careful, verify everything with this. I'm not saying it's not, but it certainly looks like a layout that to me resembles something smaller, and they may have added the square footage there. So just be careful. There are some people so this listing is on ComFree, and so what ComFree is it's like a for sale by owner. So the seller is acting in the role of a listing agent, and a lot of people are unsure of whether or not you can still have an agent come in and help you with that. We do it all the time. We've probably done it, I would say, a dozen times this year, where we've come in with our buyer, and using the expertise and the skills we have, we can negotiate our fees in and still get the buyer a really killer deal. So yes, you can, and with a good agent, it can make a lot of sense. Now we have a new MLS system. It's called Ortis, and as ridiculous as that sounds, it stands for Ontario Regional something or other. I don't know. Anyway, it combines all of the Oakville Milton Real Estate Board. So the other list is from the Toronto Real Estate Board. Oakville, Milton, Burlington. We've got I think Kitchener, Waterloo. Pretty much a lot of the Western Hemisphere of Ontario is included in this list. And so that's how some agents will list, is they'll list on one but not the other. We list on both because we think it's better exposure. So no matter where the agent is, they're going to see the information. But the format's going to look a little bit different. For some reason, they have really small pictures here. But you can click this button and the pictures open up. So we have a red cedar model, which is one of my favorites that I've ever seen Mattamy build. About 3,460 square feet, plus you have a finished basement. You also have 9-foot ceilings on the main and I think the second level. Backing onto green space. Nice front doors there too. Iron pickets. Even I believe to open this staircase here is a rather expensive upgrade, or it used to be with Mattamy. Just a great looking home. What I love about this model is you've got this turret, and upstairs that's kind of a staging area between the master ensuite and the master bedroom. It's just nice to see angles like this. They've really spared no expense in this home. I like how they did the hardwood on a diagonal as well. You can see the tiles are on a diagonal in the front. There's your staging area right there, and then the ensuite and the master bedroom. It's just really nice. It has a good feeling. I love the countertop to ceiling mirrors. That's something that, if you remember, the old Mattamy model homes used to have that too. Just a gorgeous home. And I'll tell you, the one on Savaline that sold for 1.15, I look at something like this. I know that one had a pool. It was also a very busy street too. I don't know. I would take this one over that one. Personal preference, of course. You get great views of the escarpment here. You've got the sunshine right over the pond. For what I've seen sell for over $1 million, there's not many that I would endorse. And what we've always talked about is, if you're going to be over $1 million, you have to have privacy behind. That's the one thing people will pay for in Milton more than anything else in the upper price range. I give this one full endorsement. I think it's a great looking home, and I think it's definitely got a shot at this price. So that's the list. There's not many. There's only 5. We just talked about 2 of them. If you have any questions, you want to see anything, let us know. 905-693-9346, or just reach out, just respond to an email, and we're there to help. Okay, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.